All right, in this episode, we talk about how to stop curling the power clean.
And we break down Austin's pitching mechanics.
Portia, Steve, go down here at the @TopVelocity #PitchTips show, where you go Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat @TopVelocity #PitchTips, #BaseballTips. Ask your question, we answer on the show. Hey, really cool show today because we've partnered up with the Pocket Radar. So if you don't know about the Pocket Radar, it's a great radar that we use because it's really convenient and it's as accurate as a stalker and a jug. You're going to see variances in those guys, but this one is right there with them, and it's one or two. I mean, and it's not really down or up. It's kind of random, and you'll see stalkers and jugs at random. So it really is a high caliber radar gun for a really good price. $299 is their special price for it, and it's as convenient as putting in your pocket, which I think really makes it nice. I think the hardest thing of me having radar guns is they're clunky. This takes that away. And most importantly, guys, the reason we have these around here is because we gun our med throws a lot. And gunning the med throws is a great place to use the gun, because when you're gunning a baseball, you can kind of get carried away of just trying to overthrow. But with these med throws, because they're very less stress, we allow you to have fun with the gun and compete with the gun. So this is really great for the 3X programs. It's something I've been using since the ABCA. I've gotten to know the guys at the Pocket Radar, and I really like the product. So they're actually going to help us kind of sponsor the show with it, and they've given us a discount for you guys. So if you guys want it, go to pocketradar.com, use the coupon code TOPVELO, TOPVELO. You'll get 10% off. That's 30 bucks. Nice little savings with the already discounted price. Also, too, guys, don't forget about the 3X program. So I'm recommending with the 3X programs, this is a good accessory to go with the programs, so you can monitor your speeds, which is a big part of our progression through the program. And typically, what you're going to find in monitoring your speeds, you're going to see, weeks you're going to be really up in speeds, and then weeks you're going to be down. That's typically based on your lifting. When you're loading, you're going to come down, and when you're unloading, you're going to come up on your speed. So be prepared for that. But you need this to know where you are. At the same time, too, we use video analysis. So it's just a little tool to have in the programs to help you get to your velocity goals. And you can check out the programs at TopVelocity.net and come down to our 3X Velocity camps, too. All right, let's get started. What's our question for today?
Graf asks, how can I stop curling the bar while power cleaning? Thanks.
Good question. I think everyone comes here who has no concept of cleaning or just hasn't had good instruction, and they use their arms. These are not arm lifts. You're not curling the bar, and that's what he's saying. How do I stop curling the bar? You have to understand your arms are cables, and when your elbows bend, your power ends. It's just the way the body works. Once you pull here, your legs shut down. You're just gonna do it here. That is not a clean. That is not a good, efficient clean. It's not a clean at all. I just throw it away. You see anyone curling the bar, it's not a clean, it's an arm curl, okay? So to get out of that, I like to roll the wrists hard into my palms. I feel like I pull less when I'm really pushed into rolling my wrist underneath. Okay, so when I'm pulling, I'm down here, I'm not bending my arms, I'm turning the bar into my palms, okay? I also like to put a little bend to my elbow, and that's it. Little bend to my elbow, and like to be really strong in the shoulders, and then everything is through triple extension, okay? Really strong shoulders, little bend in the elbows, curl the bar into the palms, and it's all emphasized in triple extension. Triple extension, and if your bar's moving, you won't have to curl it, and that's the goal. Could be you're just not getting the bar to go, getting good bar height out of the bar, and you're trying to assist, which is wrong. But doing this little technical thing with your arms will prevent you from wanting to pull and get you in a position where the only way you're going to move it is if you triple extend and fire the bar and get the bar exploding and going. Because guys, we don't want cleans to go up and vertical jumps not. The purpose of doing the cleans for pitching is the leg power. If we don't see the leg power improving with the clean, then something's wrong. You're too upper body, you're swinging your back, catapulting, you're pulling your arms, things that we don't want to do in those lifts. It's not where they're there. They're there to increase leg power. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I think doing like clean pulls and jump shrugs are big for really emphasizing keeping your arms locked out, and triple extending, using the lower half, and then jump shrugs too, just teaches you how at that last second when you triple extend, to get that shrug into it too, to get a little extra bar height, and really keep you from trying to pull up with your arms. So I think really just emphasizing the triple extension and keeping the arms locked out. When you start clean pulling and jump shrugging, you can kind of see that the bar starts popping, and that's when you get it. That's when you can start kind of carrying it over into your hang cleans and your power cleans. That if you triple extend and really use a lot of leg power, you're going to start pulling a lot more weight than if you're pulling your arms.
And if you're having a hard time emphasizing triple extension in a clean, go to power jerks. Power jerks, there's no arm action at all unless you're pressing, and get into power jerks or split jerks. I'd say power jerks would be better because you have to emphasize more triple extension. And then you get better at triple extension, get your power jerks to go up, and then you'll notice it should correct you in your cleans and where you start triple extending more as opposed to pulling the bar. So focus on those power jerks if you're struggling with getting triple extension in your power cleans. Good question. We like Olympic questions. We need more of those. We know guys are serious about velocity if they're asking those questions. Next question.
Austin Rivera asks, can you look at my mechanics and let me know what I can improve on?
Austin, I'll put your mechanics here. I think you have a good upper body. I like what you're doing, but way too dynamic on the front side. So it's like when you come out of your leg lift, I see your glove side going hard, your lift leg going hard. You're very aggressive on your front side. So what that causes is either you have to be more aggressive on your backside to catch up, to get the back hip through, or you've got to calm this down until your backside can get aggressive, because the backside's got to push through before front foot strike. And if this is too dynamic and this is all flying and pulling you off really fast or down the mountain really fast, this back leg can easily get caught dragging behind. And when you have a back leg dragging, you have dead weight on your back hip. And if hip rotation is what drives hip to shoulder separation, because our shoulders are already closed, what separates them is the hips opening quickly before the back shoulder wants to go. If that is important, is the hip rotation is important to separation, then you can't have a dead back hip. You have to have force coming through the back hip. That's through your back leg drives. That's if you're a knee slammer, a triple extender, or even a rotator. There has to be some type of force coming through dynamically through your back hip before you land to get that dynamic hip, or get those hips through quick enough, early enough to create delay in the shoulders, hence hip to shoulder separation. Okay, so that's where I see you're stuck. You're stuck being too dynamic on your front side and not explosive enough on your back side. So I'd calm this down, not so aggressive here, calm this down, but learn how to load and get more explosive through your back side and create more separation. You're not creating a lot of separation. Your landing shoulders closed, but your hips are not opening. So we've got to land, and when the hips open, you are still in that shoulders closed position. That's the challenge. That's hip shoulder separation. That's the key to velocity that most programs and most coaches have no concept of, and there's no way around it. Hip to shoulder separation is the key to velocity. You just have to find it. Some guys will have more than others, and some guys will have less. It's because the thicker guys have less, the thinner guys have more. It's rubber bands. Long and skinny rubber bands, you got to pull them back farther. Short and thick rubber bands, you don't have to pull them back as far. But hip to shoulder separation is the key to maximizing speed in your upper body. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, just looking at it now, Austin, like I think you're close, man. Like I don't think you're super far away, but like Brent's saying, just when you're getting so overemphasized on that front half and it's pulling you through, you're not able to be as dynamic off that back leg. Like I'm looking at you now, once your hips are all the way open, you're already started your throw, so you're just missing hip to shoulder separation. But if you could time that better to where you're driving that hip through and still loading back that arm, you're there, but you're just right now it's just not doing that. But I think you're in a good spot.
I think so too. But you know, let's relate it to Olympic lifting, because it'd be like in cleaning, being too dynamic early in your start. If I'm right out of the gate in my clean, trying to go as fast as I can, then by the top of my lift, I'm actually slowing down. It's not gonna be as efficient. So what do I do as a clean? I start off at a base speed, build that force up is in stages of a rocket. So I start to peak speeds and then I climax at the top, and then all that energy gets into the bar. The same thing should be on the mount. I don't want to be so dynamic in the beginning, because then I'm going to want to decelerate at the end. I want to go at a base speed, organize the body, get it into the right positions, and then climax and peak my speeds going into front foot, and that should multiply forces through force separation, through external rotation, and then get into the ball. So don't start too dynamic too early.
But also, if he's not a very big guy, you can see a lot of smaller guys that just like to go fast right from the get-go. But I would imagine that's harder for him to
you can go fast, like you were saying in the beginning. You can go fast from the beginning, but you then have your back leg or your backside has to be even faster. So it's like, that's right. So it's like if I'm gonna come really aggressive in my clean, well, when I'm up to the peak of my lift, I better be going even faster. So it's fine. You can start as fast as you want, but you have to climax. You have to accelerate up.
Yeah.
And in your delivery here, you look, when your glove side is flying out and your lift leg's flying out, you don't look like you really peaked those speeds. You look like the backside just gets caught behind it and it kind of doesn't allow everything to accelerate. That's why it's so important going into front foot that the backside gets through quick enough to where your speeds keep accelerating through the force multipliers, through hip to shoulder separation, through external rotation. But you're going to limit those force multipliers if your front side is just too dynamic. Yeah, first turn that. Guys, turning our radio, blasting us out of here. I'm getting old, man. I'm going there and yelling, turn that music down, boys. All right, so that was a good question. If you have a question, go to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, at TopVelocity, hashtag pitch tips, hashtag basic tips. Ask your question, we answer on the show. Hey guys, check out pocketradar.com, check out TopVelocity.net. I'm coming to Long Beach Saturday. We'll see you out there. If you want to get into the camp, you can still get in the camp. See you on the next episode.